And we are live.
Cool as fuck.
How's it going, everybody?
Ooh, I've got you. I did not mute your channel, so I have just a reverb of you. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
Exactly. So, episode 13. I think we have hit a spooky milestone.
Yeah.
Nothing much is going on. Wife decided she wants a new fridge. I decided I didn't want a new fridge. We are getting a new fridge. It's coming at the end of the week.
How many doors?
Two,
Two doors.
two,
with a
five.
freezer tray?
I think it's about. I think it works out about 650-liter fridge. But
So much ice cream.
yeah, like it's not like we've been dealing with a lower freezer like this big.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why not. I don't see why that's a fucking issue. But now this one makes ice, crushes ice,
Oh.
and cold water. So I'm moving up. The only problem is I can't fit it in the kitchen. The kitchen's too small, so that's coming to my plant room. I'm not happy. I have to give over my plant.
What are you going to do with all your plants?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's terrible.
The whole
It's
room's
terrible.
thrown off. It's now the fridge room.
Yeah, basically I have to walk through the door to get into the fridge, which is a bit of a shit. But we launched our Instagram page.
Yes. Ours, not the fridges.
Yep. That's Relaxed Guardian Podcast on Instagram. I've been throwing out like all the old episodes, and I spent about 5 hours trying to make that bloody picture thing that I kept sending to Agnikai. Agnikai goes, I don't like it.
It was difficult to look at. You couldn't read the text, the blue background, because you had Kayatel's face or Cattle's.
She's fucking cattle, fucking husks. She's there, and like I wanted to think, but I didn't want the armor is so like such a fucking pain, and the armor is like we had a chat about this, and I shouldn't go into it now because it's fucking later on, but
Yeah.
like, I understand we had a chat about this saying, right, just go through the fucking ages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But why would you go through the ages with pom-poms on your fucking head? I don't
I'll give you the reasoning when we get to it, because I've been thinking about this shit all day.
Fuck, man.
Anyway.
And then everybody's like, I think it's the hunter or the warlock. I'm not too sure because I can't tell. It's a sloth. The face is a sloth.
Oh, it's like the awkward smiley face one.
Yeah, it's like a sloth.
That's the hunter one. It's the
Yeah. So you could have the Sid the Sloth shit, and then you can also have the fucking hunter Sid the Sloth now. So we got fucking sloths everywhere.
I think I'm gonna head myself again. Do we want to go through the twab before we go through all that?
How was your week, mate? How was your week? What have you been up to?
Jesus Christ, just work and trials. Trials was good. We're getting better.
Yeah,
But,
what we did, we had a guy turn up. One of our guys turn up. One of our mates turn up, and I was like, so what happened was we were playing trials, and one of our mates turned up prod into Agnikai's stream. So the cunt just cheated, stream cheating.
Stream sniping us, yeah.
Yeah, so you could fucking see where we are, and then we fucking rolled him. So we rolled him like 5-2. Like,
every time I killed him, I was just causing shit. Just like, oh, fuck, it was funny. Just every single time I go, like, prod can't snipe, prod can't shoot. I could feel him on the other end getting angry.
But you could see the dodgy, like, it was like, because I was talking to him this morning, and he was saying fucking Seiko's bow was going through walls.
Oh, come on.
Going through walls and stuff, and there was a stage where I was in the heavy tunnel, and he was coming down, I was shooting him, I was getting frozen. He pulled out his shotgun to shoot me, and then I punched him in the face, and we killed each other.
Yeah.
Yes! Fuck you, prod.
I was trying to find that quick segment like 2 minutes ago, and then I fucking spilled my orange juice all over my desk.
Aw, babes. Aww.
So, I don't have the clip for you.
So, Look, we were gonna do a Vex episode, but what we decided to, because Bungie has just dropped the biggest fucking bombs at the moment, we're gonna, if we got time, we may cut onto it. I got a theory. I'll throw the theory out, and then we can think about it and come back. We've got a guest on next week, Marv. He's an old guy. He's an old mate of mine. He's not an old guy. He's about the same age, but he does Twitch a lot and all that sort of stuff. He's got a bit of a Twitch following, so he's like our messiah on Twitch.
Miyagi.
Yeah, Miss Miyagi Danielson and all that sort of shit. And so he's coming on next week, and then if we can't get to Vex this week, we'll get Vex in 3 weeks' time.
3?
Yeah,
2.
this week, next week, third week.
Oh yeah.
You understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, tune in next week. He'll teach you. He's got about 1,300 Twitch followers. So he's got a fair bit of followers on him. And then we'll see how we get.
Just gonna.
Yeah, you wanna. Yeah, it's product placement, mate.
For a product that I'm not allowed to place.
Yeah, let's get sponsored by them fuckers.
Oh,
all right.
God.
So, right before, obviously, they dropped the fucking bombshell of the new season, we rolled into a monstrous twab.
Yep.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's fucking huge. Look, obviously they're getting ready. My biggest one is they're getting ready for crossplay.
Yeah.
So the thing is, with crossplay, you got guys on keyboard and mouse, which have got the movement speed, but they haven't got the aim assist of the controller.
No, but they have the stability control of the mouse.
Yeah. So do you think it's going to make any difference? They dropped it by about 20% or increased it by 20%. I'm not too sure how.
They dropped mouse and keyboard by 40% stability control, but it's like we don't know what it was to begin with, but it was at a point where the need for any sort of stability mod of any kind on any weapon was just not necessary. Like, you could have the highest rate submachine gun and it would still shoot like a laser just because of the recoil control you have with the mouse and keyboard.
Right.
So it's going to bring it down. It'll probably still be way better stability control than what we can get with the controller, just natural basis. But it probably won't be as big of a deal as people think.
Yeah.
I'm not really expecting it to be. But
look, my only concern, I think it's everybody's concern, is the fact that you have more cheaters on PC because you have the hackers, you have the ability to hack.
Yeah.
Like, console is quite, you get DDoSed or you get possibly a lag switch. I'm not too sure how fucking old the lag switch is.
Yeah, they're still around.
Yeah, like, I understand they're still around and I understand the DDoSing and all that sort of stuff. Like, I don't think I've ever been DDoSed, but I've never been good enough to be DDoSed, I think.
Call of Duty days were pretty prevalent for me. Even if you weren't good, if any team starts losing, it's just, you're out.
Yeah.
You know?
And then obviously the new DDoSing protection that Bungie's bringing in. I don't know how that's going to come up against like PC players, because obviously aim assist and all that sort of stuff. But I heard you can get aim assist technology through a controller or through a dongle that you can put inside. You can stuff like that. So look,
the weird thing is that the community on PC is still, it's like 10%, maybe more, controller players still. So they get that aim assist on PC, and that's what kind of throws everything off and weird. And that's how they can get the aim assist mod hack onto there as well. But like, even then, Bungie, Dilly said in the chat, Bungie's anti-cheat needs to be on point. And people are calling for like Valorant levels of anti-cheat where there's no privacy on Valorant. They have all of your information, they have your IP and everything. As soon as you log into their service, they know who and where you are. And if they catch you cheating, they IP ban you straight away. Instead of
is that quite hard? That's fairly hard to do, though. Yeah.
Not really. It's like, it's part of the terms and conditions where it's like this information will be recorded on our end. It'll never go public from us, but we have it as a safeguard. It's kind of like putting a down payment on to play the game, you know?
Yeah. Look, is it going to be a COD thing? Is it going to be like when they brought the cross-playing COD and then people choose to leave it? I can understand why they're doing it though, because now we've got a player base that's slowly shrinking.
Yeah.
But we set out on certain things and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think bring it all together. Xbox and PC, Xbox and PlayStation will be fine, and then Stadia, whatever fucking thing.
I don't even think Stadia is going to be a thing for much longer. Like they just canned like all of their development studios. There's no more Stadia internal development. It's all third party, and like no one wants to develop for Stadia. So that's gone soon.
What is Stadia? Is it like a...
It's like Netflix but a console. That's essentially what it is.
You play it on your TV, do you?
Yeah, you can play it on whatever you can Chromecast to.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, but no one wants to pay for it.
I like it because then you can have Xbox, PlayStation rivalries. Then like you can go clan to clan and all that sort of stuff, and maybe they'll have like a bit of a clan war type of thing. And then you can turn around and then like, look, at least let us give us a fucking go. I don't think they should have just gone in and just put the ban hammer in and just dropped everything. I think they should have had a couple of weeks and see how they reacted, because they like Bungie's pretty slow. They go, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Shit, that's fucking ridiculous. We'll sort that out.
I think they're watching what's happening, like I said, on PC already. Like
right,
you know, and they're just like, we can see this as soon as this drops, being crossplay. As soon as it happens, PlayStation and Xbox players are just gonna be like, I'm getting lasered by Recluse or whatever across the map by PC players. I just don't want to deal with it. And it looks like it's not going to be an opt-in, opt-out system. It looks like it's going to be you have to play cross-play. So,
well, the thing is, as either Dilly or Monster said, it's if you opt out for every. You only will start then playing with people who have
also opt out. Yeah.
So your player base has gone from like just say trials and stuff as a 2.5%. Of however much it is, and then that reduces again. You could reduce it by fucking like you could be playing the same 4. You'll get your trials. You'll get your 7. You get your 7 flawless though.
Yeah, if you're the best team out of those 7 teams,
you'll just like have 5 people playing.
Yeah,
and you just have to get 3, and then you just kill 2.
Just keep win trading.
Yeah,
you'll be doing it without meaning to. That's essentially what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
look, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to just up the player base. So in trials, because we were playing trials on the weekend, and I think we versed the same team maybe 2 or 3 times in a row.
Yeah, on the same first 3 wins.
Or we had won, and then we had lost, so we dropped down, and then the people that we lost to on the first one was at the second one, and we played them, we beat them, and then we went up. And then they had already won a game and they come up. So it's like really weird. Yeah. But look, and then we roll prod.
What happened after, like, as soon as we got 3, I think prod was a different card, but after we got the 3 wins part done, we were steamrolling teams. Like, they were all under 1250. They were really low level teams.
Yeah.
And like all of them, as soon as we beat them, their card was shattered or whatever. Like it was their final loss. So,
well, Monster, it's quite cold here. That's why I got a shirt on. It's starting to heat up because I closed the door. You may see the nip later. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, like I think it's we've still got an issue with token farming.
Yeah,
like, people are just once you get across that hurdle of the first and second win, then it gets easier because the guys may have been lucky because we had one guy that just stood still.
Yeah, they were at the back of the map the entire game.
None of us. Yeah, 5-0. It was an odd. Maybe like we don't know if they had accidental tried win trading.
Yeah,
because they had 2 of them had flawless titles. So we don't know if they had win trading and then something fucked up and they went in with a proper group and then they didn't know what to do. You know?
Maybe they just got overconfident.
Well, they didn't do shit.
I don't know. We played some good teams, so I'm surprised if they managed to get past. I'm just surprised that they managed to get up to a point where they're at 4 or 5 wins.
That's
and
what
then on their early pool, you know.
So the way you win trade is you get two teams on two consoles,
Yeah.
and then you look for I think it's like joining something on the bottom right hand corner. But sometimes it doesn't work, and if you don't get out quick enough, you get put into another. You get put in with a different team,
Right.
and that's an issue with win trading. Is yes, that you may, if you're good enough, you can get it, and then you get all 7 wins. That's fine. But then if you're not, your card, once you go in there, your card is wrecked because you just lost flawless because you just had your ass kicked by a team that's got up to the 4 wins.
Right.
So there is always that issue. There's always that possibility of with win trading type of thing.
Right.
Unless you got.
Monster, we'll be doing proper questions as soon as we get through the 12 men, and I'll do your new season trailer challenge as soon as we get to that. I've set up the stream to have bot chat, so it's like our Instagram and our Twitter posts and everything, and like ask questions type deal.
What the fuck, boys?
Marv's in there as well.
All right. And then, look, so like crossplay, I think is a good thing. I think we are going to hit trouble. I think, like Dilly said, we will need to have cheating and stuff. And look, I don't know whether it's too little, too late. Bungie has been hammering the aim assist suppliers, and they have been sued and they have been shutting them down. There was a stage where the aim assist company turned around and goes, well, we've had people pay for a lifetime. We've had people pay for a lifetime of aim assist, but so we're going to supply it to them. And Bungie goes, fuck you, shut it down now. And then they basically shut it down.
Yeah, and now they're in a massive legal court case.
Yeah, well, I think they've got a contract in. I think Bungie's hired another contracting team because they've gone after every IP issue.
Yeah.
So they've gone after like content creators, artists, music, anything dealing with Destiny. They've gone after Hammer and Tommy.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if it's positive. I don't understand.
It's a weird thing with that. There was what was it? Displayed as well had a problem with Mylan and his shit and his artists, and like the legal team was trying to argue that it was inspired by Destiny, even though it was an original creation by I forget his artist's name, but now they're going down a legal path of like anything's inspired by anything. You can't just say it's inspired by Destiny and then cancel it. But
well, they started taking his work. They started claiming his work, and then it's just weird. I don't understand it. I think it's because they've had issues with the IPs, and Bungie's gone, well, fuck you, use a company, sort our IP out. We don't want anything to do with it. And then they just ban it. They just hammered, like, just painted every fucking thing, and then it's gonna cause some fucking drama.
It's times like this where I miss Activision, because they have the legal team to support these types of things, and they usually are a lot more. They've been doing it for a long time, so they know when is the right time to slam a ban hammer on people and when to go, this is more helping the community grow by fan art and whatnot.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, are they going to turn around and ban people for like the content creators, the YouTube content creators, because they are bringing videos regarding the law, or is that because it's good for Destiny? So
exactly.
Is there a black and white? Where's the grey?
Exactly.
Black and white type thing?
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Right. That's just the first bit. So what are they going to bring though? So they are bringing things called seasonal challenges. So every season, throughout the week, you will get an extra. Challenge. So 1 to 10, the first 10 weeks, nothing happens after the 10, and then. So what they've decided now is they don't like the fact that every season it gets to the end of the season, bang, all that shit disappears.
Yeah.
And then people who aren't as much as we play as much as us will miss things, miss Menagerie, miss like Sundial and Wraithborn Hunts and stuff. So they've made it now so they are hanging around, so people can like maybe like have some issues. They go away for 3 weeks and they can come back and just carry on with this stuff. So this weekly challenges will clock up for the first 10 weeks. After 10 weeks, nothing happens, and then you will have challenges. So it'll be go and play Crucible, go and play Strikes, go and play Gambit, go into Trials, do the 7 wins to try and maybe break up the monotony of just the monotony of just doing the same thing over and over and over again. You know,
It's also replacing weekly bounties in the way that you get Bright Dust. So now you get Bright Dust from these challenges rather than weekly bounties. And that was also like trying to eliminate FOMO for players who kind of skip weeks, because now right now the way the Destiny works, if you miss the weekly bounties, you don't get that Bright Dust for that season. Yeah. But with the challenges coming in, say you play weeks 1 and 2, miss 3 and 4, and come back for 5. Weeks 3 and 4 challenges are still there, so you can get that Bright Dust afterwards. And then it's stopping at week 10, and there'll be a few more weeks after that where you can just go back and clean up all those challenges that you missed initially. You don't have to feel like there's 1 week left and then you have to bum rush all the challenges, or you miss out.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty good. Lucky. It's neither here or there because I play most fucking nights, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, yeah, it's different for us because we're pretty hard into it and we're trying to keep up with it and active in the game that we love to play. But there are players out there who just don't get to do it as much. People are trying to slap on Prod right now in the chat when we talk shit about Prod.
Let's see. Let's fucking go.
Jesus, like, where's the part where we talk about shitting on Prod?
That's when hit water if you fell out of a boat on water. Wow, mate. Thanks.
Yeah.
As Prod would say, 1 versus 1, me, man. 1 versus 1.
Well, I did, and you can't aim for shit.
Yeah. And then they decided to. Oh, so here it is. So the controller reduced the difference from 40 to 20%. So that's the recoil. So they made it 20% more recoil on auto rifles, scout rifles, pulse rifles, submachine guns, hand cannons, and machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
So they've gone. Fuck you all. It could look like I said. It may not even do absolute shit. So I don't know. Submachine guns are largely outclassed by auto rifles at medium range and by sidearms at short range. So with player feedback, we mentioned how hard they are to control. To address this feedback, we're introducing the following change: reducing camera movement from firing a submachine gun by 24%. Pulse rifles with the mouse and keyboard changes were kicking in a little too much. Reduced camera movement from firing a pulse rifle by 7%. Machine guns with the mouse and keyboard changes were kicking in a little too much, reducing camera movement from firing machine guns by 9.5%. Buffs. Rocket launchers have fallen behind other heavy weapons in the most measures of effectiveness. We're pushing them more into the burst damage role. Increased rocket launch damage by 30%. Exotic rocket launchers have been adjusted individually and affected by this changes to different degrees. Paired with buffs to reserves from last season, we're hoping you'll explode many more things in season 13.
Wardcliffe coil everywhere.
Yeah, and I don't understand the fusion rifle. Fusion rifle usage is very low. Like,
is it?
I don't Yeah, exactly. Like,
is it?
Because, like, I'm sure I got fucking nailed by fucking orgasm, like the other day.
Glacier Chasm,
yeah,
Bastion.
Orgasm. Yeah, like, I don't understand. I saw an Erentil the other day, even though it is getting sunsetted. I saw that bloody thing.
Yep.
So I don't understand. So they changed. I don't understand the meta change in every season. Like, they go, well, we made auto rifles too powerful. What we'll do, we'll reduce it by the damage or time to kill, whatever the fuck it is. And then hand cannons got fucking fucked about. So then they become quite powerful again. And then auto rifles are fucking complete fucking ass now.
Yeah.
And then it went, all right, cool. Submachine guns aren't doing well. What are we going to do? We're going to buff them up. So then it's going to be a time of Recluse when the Recluse is fucking super powerful. And they will use all the fucking time. But it'll be just different fucking 7 set of shit and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they go, all right, now fusion rifles are not used. So what we're going to do, we're going to buff fusion rifles. And then what that does is just make it a fucking fusion rifle fucking map. That you'll be able to cross-map people from fucking, like, with a fusion rifle. Bastion, like you said.
Yeah.
Bastion, fucking, all that sort of fucking garbage. I like, can we just make them all like, level across the board? Everything is exactly the same. Choose what you fucking want.
I think they do it on purpose. I know they keep saying, we're listening and we want to make a more balanced sandbox and make everything feel viable. I honestly think they sit there and go, okay, look, Auto rifles have had their time. Let's give hand cannons another go for a bit. We had to change two of their archetypes, or make them feel like the change is worth it, or make 120s fucking awesome. Couple of seasons I'll make with these changes to like submachine guns and scout rifles and whatnot. I think they'll come up a bit more again. We'll just keep looping back around and around and around. There'll be a fucking season of sidearms like there was when Destiny 2 dropped and it was all last hope everywhere, you know?
Yes. So increased fusion rifle damage fall off starts distance based on range stat. 6% with 0 range, 16% with 100 range. Reduce camera movement from firing a fusion rifle by 9.5%. Breach grenade launchers usage is very low outside of mountaintop, even though I haven't seen a mountaintop for a really long time. We believe that part of the reason is the loop of hold the trigger and then release the detonate. So they are going to detonate on impact now. So it's fusion rifles. It's going to be fusion rifle meta and fucking bloody grenade launcher meta. It's just going to be.
I don't get what their logic is here. It's like, oh, they're not getting used enough. But what do you mean? Like, people are using them when they get a good roll. That I forget what the seasonal one's called, but it does the void wall. Yeah. I got killed plenty of times by that in trials. You see it plenty in contrast. I don't know where they get their numbers from, eh?
I don't like. Are they looking at consoles or are they just looking at PCs? Surely they're looking across all the board.
There must be, but I honestly think they just put in their twab like, oh, they don't get used enough, so we're going to give them a buff. And it's like, okay.
But they're not used for a reason because they fucking kill everybody. Like,
well, yeah. To start off with, yeah, but fucking like, I mean, we had mountaintop for how long? And like, oh, nothing's used outside of mountaintop. Yeah, but that's good. We just had a whole 2 years of mountaintop and recluse destroying us. Like, we don't need a buff to be like, well, we lost mountaintop, bring back mountaintop, but not mountaintop.
You read the next ones. You read the next one. I'm gonna get a beer. Top off.
I don't have it up.
Ah, for fuck's sake, I'll fucking do it then. All right, I'm back, mate. I'm back.
You caught me off guard.
Nerfs. While sniper rifles usage has dropped in Crucible because they fucking wrecked the fucking aim assist, we observe that it's hard to challenge someone with a sniper rifle. I haven't got a clue where this is from either. Even if you get the first shot on an enemy, they can often respond and win the fight. Oh. Well, the issue, like the thing with sniper rifles is they're a long distance gun. If you're trying to shoot somebody with a So if you're in a battle for a sniper rifle and just say a hand cannon, if you're trying to shoot the distance that a sniper can shoot with a fucking hand cannon, of course you're going to fucking lose.
Yeah.
Once it starts getting like closer, the fucking sniper's almost fucking useless. Unless you do it like a no scope fucking crap. But like,
even then it's like that barely happens. And we're really quickly with this recoil thing going back to the way Destiny 1 was, where there was so much recoil on snipers that if you were hit hard enough by like a pulse rifle, your barrel would bounce into your scope and obscure your target.
All right.
So it's like snipers were fucking dead that entire time because you would just shoot straight into the air.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, they're meant to be long range weapons. Maybe a scout rifle or a pulse rifle should do a bit more recoil to challenge it. But even then, it's like you gotta
go to Battlefield 1. Or any of the Battlefield games, you could use sniper and you could kill somebody across the map. That's fine. Because that's what they're designed for. But if you're a medic, you had that single shot that you could do quite long distance shooting.
Yeah.
Like sniper long range, medic medium range, and then you had the assault class, which you just be fucking face to face shooting people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to win a fight as a fucking sniper in a corner on the other side of the map with a fucking sidearm. Against that. It's just fucking stupid.
It makes no sense. I don't understand the need for recoil.
Yeah.
Increase.
And then increase ADS flinch to snipers when taking damage from other players. Yeah, but you can just put a fucking what's the unflinchy fucking mod?
No. Sniper rifle targeting. Yeah, you're just gonna stack targeting mods on and.
Just chuck two of them fuckers on. Is it going to bring, because what is it, stability? Stability is pretty trash. Like, it doesn't get used. You rather have range or handling than stability. Is it bringing the fact that because it's so trash, the stability is that you require high stability now to make them viable, you know?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But like, no one's gonna. I don't even think you can get very good stability rolls on a sniper. Like most of them are gonna be range and impact. You know.
Yeah, well, that's what they are. They're a fucking impact.
Yeah.
An impact thing, isn't they?
Two body, one head. Like that's what they're for. That's why they give you 2 bullets.
Yeah.
You know.
That was my warlock. I'm just trying to have a look what the stat is on the adored. Yeah, the handling. The stability is just over half. The handling half. Impact and range is pretty much 3/4.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. It's confusing.
This next bit, swords.
Look. If I don't understand. Like I understand. I understand what they're doing. I understand. I don't understand what they're doing, and I understand all in the same thing. They don't want you to just be able to go in, run in, bang, 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 fucking wipe out the fucking boss in the first thing.
We can't do that anymore. They've designed the last 3 bosses, except for Riven, to prevent that with ground stomping or the one who's just fucking flying.
Yeah, but you can get over ground stomping now by putting your well down and swiping back in.
Yeah, I guess.
There's ways around it. Everybody will always find ways around the ground stomping mechanic.
Yeah.
Like the guy on SOS.
Yeah.
He ground stomped, but if you just face up, so he ground stomp and he just end up on top of you, and then he can't ground stomp anymore because he's not touching the floor. So you just look at him, you can just one phase in. The pit that the prophecy does a ground stomp. You can run in, pull your well down, and just go for gold, and he can't get you. And if he does stomp you away, you just swing back in, and then you get back in.
You're back in there.
So there's ways around it. So I understand what they're doing. I think it's trash.
It's just such a weird nerf. It's like we're gonna still.
But you can.
We're gonna still be able to do the damage with the weapons of light from.
Yeah. You put something on. You put Divinity, which is a 15%.
Yeah.
I think it's a 15% buff anyway.
Yeah.
So you could easily do Divinity Bubble, Stomp. You could Divinity Bubble, 5 fucking swords. Well goes down.
Yeah.
Lazy fucking damage. There's ways around it.
I don't see how much it's going. It's time to start designing bosses around
just
it.
Something though, as I'm thinking about it, Bife comes out today and turned around and said the 9 and nothing to do with the 9 planets.
Oh,
suck it.
Mother!
Fucking suck it, man. Yeah, he turned around and goes, it's a red herring, and it's nothing to do with the 9 planets.
Where is he basing his facts from? I want to see my lawyer.
So I just thought about that. Yeah, so they drop in. Storms are extremely dominant in PvE, as this time 65% of players are using swords for majority of gameplay encounters in Destiny. While we're introducing a buff to rocket launchers to make them a bit more enticing, we feel that swords do too much damage compared to other options, reduce sword damage by 15%. My issue is, though, Eyes of Tomorrow nerfed 54% on fucking end bosses.
Yeah, but they're like...
What's the fucking point? I don't understand. They purposely introduced a nerf to a gun as it came out.
Yeah.
That end bosses will not get touched by 54%.
They must have tested it before they released it on Taniks and they're wiping Taniks in one phase.
Yeah,
but it's like we're getting through Taniks one phase anyway with weapons that we can go and farm rather than one that we have to get a randomly drop on.
If you got the right roll, like double shotty and all that sort of stuff, you're wrecking fucking Taniks.
It's
like it's just
I don't understand.
Like,
this 12 is just it's blown my mind how opposite this 12 went from what seems to be logic. You know?
Yeah, it's just look, I don't know. Some exotic weapons lose their buffs when you switch weapon, which was intended. They would also lose their buffs when pulling out your Ghost Shell, which was not intended. Ace of Spades, Tarabar, and Hawkmoon. Yeah, okay.
And bug fixes.
Yeah, Borealis and Hardlight now have custom quite short animations for switching damage time. Duality increased damage fall off distance by 1.25 meters.
Yeah. Nothing else really interesting there. Nothing really.
The other one I'm kind of weirded out. I don't like. We just had the thing drop, the new vid drop, the Vidoc, if you want to class it. And so within that Vidoc, within that thing, there is no PvP. You got obviously you got the new Trials armor, you've got new Trials armor, you got other things, and then you got the Iron Banana, which is just the usual shit that we get. No PvP maps. I do not understand what the fuck is going on, man.
We got on the roadmap Guardian games, but that looks like Sparrow Racing. Like,
that could be pretty fucking cool. Though.
But no one likes Sparrow. Like, I mean, I do and you do, but there's such a large part of the community that's like Sparrow Racing wasn't great. Shut up.
Fucking mute the fucking.
I did. Not mute itself.
And then they're removing Crimson Days, which is the double playlist by all accounts.
There has to be something in that Valentine's Day area.
No, they're getting rid of it completely. No, they're getting rid of it.
I know, they're like dropping Crimson Days and getting rid of that idea, but there's got to be something that they do for that.
Well, like, it's just fucking... It's a bit of it, like, because I'm getting into it now, I'm getting into the PvP, I was expecting something, like a new map. They bring in 2 strikes from D1.
Yeah.
They bring in another 1 strike, another new strike, and then a couple of new guns and stuff. But nothing, no PvP. It's fucking dumb. It's
and we're losing more PvP.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. That's pretty much all the rest of the top anyway there, isn't it?
Yeah, near enough. It's just bug tracks and shit like that. Yeah, basically. Yep. That's it.
Cool.
Right, let me get rid of that.
Yeah, so... I don't know. It's frustrating. I was never much of a Crucible player either, but now that we're sort of getting into it, it's just like, it's so annoying not seeing anything. Like, and we're getting so much more PvE stuff again. Like, Strikes there was always like a live event per season, and it's a matchmaking event again, which is good. But like,
it looked cool though. It does look cool.
It does look cool, and it'll be fun for PvE. But how long is it going to last? For one thing, and you're still pushing out like 40% of your damn player base just by giving them nothing. You're just taking away from them again.
Yeah. Unless they bring something in, unless they cater in, but they need to sort something out. It's just fucking. It needs to sort something out because it's fucking stupid.
It's just I don't get it. Anyway, should we get into the trailer?
Go for it, man. I'm gonna get a beer and take my top off because it's fucking boiling.
I'm gonna quickly. Where is it? Oh, I lost it. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I've lost it. Here it is. It's fine.
The darkness crowds the edges of this system. The Hive serves it. You'll fall to one, if not the other. I propose an alliance. With my army and your light, the Cabal will crush the Hive. Bow.
No. Empress Keitel has emerged as the new face of their empire and demanded I pledge loyalty to her.
This tank is like a living thing. She breathes, she moves, and she will spit out your bones.
be our champion.
I'll sharpen my gilded knife and see you both on the battlefield.
There's no light here.
Alrighty. So, what do you reckon? What's happening in that trailer?
Look, I wasn't expecting much, and I don't know how much legs this stuff has, but from that trailer, shit, like really, really fucking cool bits. Like I think they wrecked. I think like they needed to not put the Keitel shit in, or just like a little bit of turning on and telling them, like they should have just, instead of having such a big bit, so like the start, the finish, and the end, like it's just maybe just cut it by about 30, cut the end off by about 30 seconds. So when he does go, no, you don't hear that. You just turn on and go, kneel, bang, and then into the rest of the stuff. You know,
Okay.
and now that's a fucking great little fucking cliffhanger. You know, like put that cliffhanger in,
Yep.
and then work it out from there. Then you know, but no, look, it looks fantastic. You can see all, like in the first couple of seconds, like the 2 seconds, you can see all the. I think that looks like the Cosmodrome, doesn't it? The first 2
Yes, it
seconds.
is. Yep.
And they can see that they've come in. She's got fucking ships there. There's all got the Keitel fucking.
That's supposed to be the Battlegrounds match made event. And what I'm seeing in a lot of people's theories is that the way Keitel works is that for an alliance to be formed, you have to prove yourself powerful enough. And even though we've killed, you know, Oryx and Tanix and all this shit, we still got to prove ourselves to her army and like prove ourselves directly to her. So that's what the Battlegrounds is like they'll take over sections, we'll push them back and
But it's
prove
a-
ourselves worthy.
But it's only a three-man match. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to do something like that, make it fucking 6. Like,
I
they've done it. They've done it before
Yeah.
with Menagerie. They've done 6-man.
Yeah.
Make it 6. And then just fucking throw everything, tanks, whatever the fuck you want. Just throw as much crap at you as possible.
Just make it a shit show. Just destroy our frame rates. Just no, like
Yeah.
seriously, like just give us the Drake tanks that we drove in the fucking Red War campaign. Give us
they're
those
there.
back.
They're there. They're there right at the very end of the
are they?
right at the very end of the thing. Yeah, there's stuff like that in there because they go, this tank is alive.
Oh yeah, on her.
This
on
tank
her.
is living, and then there's other
That's-
tanks inside the tanks that have
Yeah.
tanks inside them tanks.
The
like,
tank
come.
had another tank.
Yeah, so. Oh yeah, so I took my top off, so I'm now Nipple Lives Matter. So go hashtag Nipple Lives Matter. You will see this on their Instagram. Nipple Lives
Jesus.
Matter. And then,
Yeah.
and because I'm watching the thing in the back, I'm gonna push things. So, what my concern, the thing is, the Hive God has been pushed back, but your influence lingers. Have you seen that the Eris Morn is coming back up again? Eris Morn now is not so Savathun. So everybody, so you got Savathun, Sivu Wrath, the Darkness, and all that sort of stuff. But now the theory has come out that Eris Morn is the top of that pyramid. And so she's evil now, and she's running shit at the top of that pyramid.
She
So-
was in the dark future.
But they slowly, it seems that they slowly maybe introducing a bleed,
Yeah.
possibly between the two, and something like that could happen. So I don't know. I hope. I don't trust the bitch anyway.
Yeah.
He's fucking dodgy as fuck, so I don't fucking trust the bitch. But yeah,
We'll see what. I think that'll be like a Witch Queen payoff, to be honest.
well, like, what is weird though? What is weird? They go, all right, we've got Zevo Wrath now. Zevo Wrath come in. You're doing all these Wraithborn hands. Yeah, you're gonna stop like Savathûns, Zevo Wrath, and all that. So you're gonna stop them, and then out of the fucking thing, yeah, you finished that guy, but now you got fucking Cabal.
Yeah.
Where's Cabal? Come on, fucking
Yeah.
And like,
Who's going out?
Yeah, where's the continuation? You know,
Yeah.
like how have you got one thing and then fuck, the Cabal are fucking coming in? It's like the Almighty. There was no like bang, it drops.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my god, why don't we go back to the Almighty? Surely we go back to the Almighty with the Cabal coming back and it being the main season.
I don't know, man.
Surely.
What I'd like though is have something Hive, something Cabal. Maybe next one is Vex, possibly, or fucking. We've had obviously Beyond Light is Fallen and all that sort of shit. And then when the Witch Queen comes out, it ties the whole fucking stories together. So any of these loose threads, and we know how they come in, and then they come through into the Witch Queen.
Yeah.
But you can't just go, oh well, we've got Keitel, unless they do tie up the loose end at the end, and then we prove ourselves, and then you have to have sex.
Yeah, see, I don't think she's going to be like a overall villain that we fight, because we don't see Zevo Wrath at all throughout this entire season unless we see him the next 7 days, which I doubt. But Keitel's like straight up on boots on the ground, right?
Yeah.
I don't see her being like at the end of this season's campaign like a boss we fight. I think she'll be like more of a recurring problem, but like not as an enemy, as an ally that we sort of don't want but need to have. And I think we need more done with Mithrax, because Mithrax is on the farm right now building the House of Light, and he's supposed to be our ally of a entirely different race that we're supposed to be interacting with, and he's just fucking over there. You know?
Well, if you have a look at we'll get there, but we'll wait until we get there. Like, but Zavala, you knew Zavala was going to go, nah,
yeah,
bow, nah.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not bowing, you can fuck right off.
Yeah.
And Osiris is like there going, oh, I've got a
Yeah.
fucking bashed out fucking asshole from fucking Saint 14. He's not saying a fucking word. Fucking hell, man.
He's still in the middle of it, eh? He's like,
Yeah,
I don't care
he
if
just-
I'm lightless, I'm still going to be here
But
as an observer.
if you have a look at him though, like, see his feathers. His feathers are still moving. He's like, "Ugh, I've got this fucking.
He's getting all ruffled. He's like a peacock.
And then we got Cabal forces, and then it goes into the armor of. Why is the Titan always got shit on their back?
Because they carry.
Like,
I'll admit it.
Like, what the fuck is? Have you seen that thing on like 47 seconds? They got like so in the European armor, you had the box thing going on the back.
Yeah,
didn't you?
the sleeping. I swear that's like supposed to be like a cot, you know, like fucking army bed.
A bed.
You know, like a fold-out bed type thing.
So if you go to 47 seconds and pause it, what the fuck is that on their back? Warlock's got balls everywhere.
Let's chuck this over here so it doesn't fuck the stream. 47 seconds.
My name's Agni
Like-
Kai.
Fuck.
Like, it's just this fucking, like, bamboo fucking, it looks like a bamboo thing. It's just fucking the dumbest fucking thing in the world. I don't understand.
I just fucked up so hard.
Yeah, like,
No, stop doing that.
what are you doing?
I keep putting fucking Seiko's flashlight on the goddamn stream because I'm trying to move my video over here so I don't cut you off.
What?
Just doesn't matter.
Flashlight?
It honestly doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to clip it later and send it to him.
So,
Instagram.
and then they roll through the armor. But what you want to be looking at is about 48 seconds. So in the front now, so they're looking out through a window into the old city, and so you can start seeing structures through there of rebuilding. Do you reckon that's going to be introduced later on, that there is a proper city we can get down there then, instead of us being in our fucking...
Hang on, where is it? 48 seconds, you said?
Yeah.
The Hive.
Oh yeah, so you're on the tank, and you're looking down. No, sorry, not on the tank. You're on the.
Oh.
It's not the tower. It's called something else. It's called
Yeah, it's called the Helm.
the helm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so
that's
you look
supposed
at-
to be like the tower, now old tower rebuilt, and it's just you're looking down on like.
This
the
is
fucking
quite high
background.
though. It's like I got told that it may be a space platformy type of thing, possibly. I
They
don't know.
call it a space lock in the description.
Yeah, but it looks similar to the one in the old tower in D1.
Yeah, the Vanguard's meeting room.
Yeah. And then we got balls. So many, like, I do not understand the balls.
Okay.
Hit us with your idea of what the balls are.
So no, well, they're not anything. They're just the design from like Persian military back ancient. You know, when Persia was still a country instead of what it is now. But the reason that I think they've gone Persian is the same idea that they went Roman with Cabal initially, and it's like why Callus was so Roman and sort of golden era, and he was like a Caesar type character, and then he got literally stabbed in the back, had a coup happen, and they overthrew him, and now we got this Kyatil who's like, she's a different type of leader. You know, the Romans were like conquer and destroy, whereas the Persians were like conquer and assimilate, and that's the kind of vibe she's giving off, where she's like coming in and offering us a chance to join rather than just die. You know, and it's like build a massive army. You're not strong enough to take on this force alone. Join my army, and we can be a bigger thing and overwhelm you. You know, even if you watch like the movie 300, it was the same deal. They sent a messenger to Sparta.
Yeah.
And they were like, join us or die. Got kicked down the well. Kind of what happened here, but Zavala didn't kick it down a well. Same deal. It's like join us or die.
Yeah.
It's the same deal. These guys, they're the embodiment of space Persian influence. You know.
Yeah. I don't mind the Warlock armor, and I don't mind the Titan's armor.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I don't mind that big sweeping helmet. Whether it transfers,
The one that just goes like 500 meters in the air.
yeah, but like I like the shoulder. There's no like really weird spikes anywhere. There's no just added random shit. The Hunter got shafted because he does look like
He's got that wonky smiley face. That's just like
If
he
you
wants
have
to
a look
die
on-
inside.
If you have a look on 51 seconds and freeze it, he's just got this like dumbass look on his face. But there's no like weird spikes. There's no extra bits for extra bits.
It's quite clean and quite smooth,
Yeah,
and it's like everything's set. Like I just closed it, but it was like the gold plates were a plate, and then you had
Yeah.
the wire mesh underneath, like chainmail armor underneath, which is what I said seasons ago. Was like make him set pieces and
Yeah.
cut them off. You know,
They're there for a reason.
yeah.
Like obviously
they look
the
like they
balls-
serve purpose.
Yeah, the balls there, but I don't understand that. I don't understand.
It's
Do you reckon,
just. It's just.
do you reckon they've gone to the intern and gone, all right, you need to make a headpiece for that fucking hunter, and they're going, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
The sloth
Just
face.
like awkward smile faces.
Yeah. And then you can see it kind of draws out, and then you can see the helm, and then it comes straight into the big fucking tank, and that's where she goes, "This tank is alive," and all that sort of fucking.
That
crap.
strike we don't get for like a month.
Yeah.
It's in March that strike comes out, so that's kind of annoying. We get the battleground straight away, and we get the 2 reprise strikes. So that'll be new content for new light players. But I mean, yeah, I guess we get battlegrounds, and we'll see how that plays out.
Look, I think it's if it's like there's not much information on it. It just says it's a 3v3, and then I would imagine you have to fight through.
Yeah, it's ritual combat survival. It's
Yeah.
wave survival with
That'd be
extra
pretty cool,
steps.
though.
Yeah.
Survival be like if you get ultimate survival, as in you just, and then you can up it to like Grandmaster survival. So you just
That'd
go
be cool.
waves and waves and waves, and then you go like the Haunted Forest where you just got like wave 9, wave 10,
Yeah.
and just gets slightly harder and harder and harder. You know.
I think it's supposed to be like challenges in it as well, like destroy these crystals before you run out of time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then you got like a bunch of enemies that are pummeling you at the same time.
Yeah, and then that's on Nessus by the looks of it.
Yeah, there was. Well, I mean, there's 3 shots on the roadmap. Europa is one of them. Just before you go into the first. What's her name? Firelax? Yeah, Firelax. You know when you got like that courtyardy area, and then you go through the centerpiece, and then there's Firelax, and she's in her platforms.
And
Anyway.
Mrs. is banging on the door, like my fucking door from outside, and she's just like big face there.
Let me in!
Yeah, fucking she can stay out there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like you said though, New Strike Inbound breached the moving fortress. So I would imagine there's a lead up to it. So they would be doing battlegrounds, and then you slowly maybe get up there,
Yeah.
and then you can. It kind of rolls it into you have to breach the fucking
Yeah.
the tank within the fucking tank type of thing.
Yeah.
Then tank within the tank, and then they have the floaty tanks, and then what's the Sparrow, the Cabal Sparrow?
Not pikes.
Whatever the fuck they are, big things.
Annoying. They shoot like they claws.
That's the guy, yeah, the one that just doesn't shoot, doesn't have the greatest fucking shoot.
Yeah. No wonder that we keep it.
And so look, if you go into 1 minute and 3 seconds, and it shows the new exotic bow. So the new exotic bow has
Yeah, I'm keen on this.
basic Trinity Ghoul type of thing,
Yeah.
but 3 shots, and it looks like solar.
Yeah. And the arrows tracked separate targets now.
Yeah, that's gonna be freaking shit in Crucible, possibly. But if you stop it at 1 minute 3 seconds,
Hang on, let me pull it up again.
mate, come on, you need just have this.
And she will spit out your bow.
Yeah.
All right. So in the background, see that chick in the background with the big fins on her top of her head?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize I was female. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another female there.
Yeah.
So
She's
Are
not
we-
wearing Red Legion armor either.
no. I think she's wearing Keitel's like blue and white shit, and then I don't know what those things are on her back and stuff.
It's just like
Is it-
flags they bear.
So how are we now getting Cabal with tusks? What's happened?
Keitel's bringing him over.
Yeah, but is it? She's got tusks. That chick has got tusks, but we only ever see. Nobody else has tusks.
It's only females that have tusks.
Yeah, but do you think we've only had two female Cabal?
Yeah, probably. I
think
feel like
it-
they're probably like old school. Well, they were like old school females don't fight type deal for a long time, and now that Keitel's in power, she's
Just a bad bitch, like.
yeah. They're bringing them up and like introducing them more. It's probably easier, like game development wise, just to make them like a standard stock sprite as well early on, because we've only had the fucking Red Legion look for 4 years now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah. I like it. Would you have sex with it though?
Jesus,
Like you did pay your.
I'd get plowed. Like she would just run me through.
And then it mentions the classic Strike returns fight for the Cosmodrome, which I think is pretty apt because the Cosmodrome's back. Like
Yeah.
for new players, it's going to be a thing. For D1 players, yeah, we haven't seen these fucking strikes. We haven't seen these type of strikes for 4 years. Yes, it's old content. I don't understand why they're bringing old content in. Like,
Fleshing out the world. It's budget. Like I know it's annoying as a player to look at and go, well, this is content that we've had before, but this is stuff for new light players to experience on a budget that Bungie has right now, because they don't have a lot pumping in publisher-wise. Like they don't have Activision pumping in more money.
but they've been paid money to get a new IP, haven't they? They're going to do another IP.
Well, yeah, that's it. They've split however they're developing that. They've obviously got an influx of money that has to go directly to that.
Do you think they are
So-
saying a bit of a fuck you to Destiny and then plowing all their money into the new IP, hoping that the new IP is going to be a game changer like Destiny was?
No, I think Destiny's too much of a foothold in the gaming world now. Like so many games are trying to copy what Destiny does,
Yeah.
that it's too much of a. It's not World of Warcraft, but at the same time, it's its own version of World of Warcraft. It's its own platform now, you know.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
so strongly sticking to, we don't want to make a Destiny 3. We want to continue Destiny 2 possibly eventually drop the 2. Like, they don't call it Destiny 2 Beyond Light anymore. They call it Destiny Beyond Light. So they've already dropped the number. Like, I think they're just trying to I think they just do a surge of money once a year for a big drop, and then they sprinkle it out for the seasonals, and that's whatever we pay to get it back in. To keep it on for as long as we want. You can only support it for so long and pay for so much, you know?
All right. Here's my other question. So, 1 minute and 14 seconds.
Oh, I've gone too far. Yep.
All right. Servitor.
Yeah, Civics Prime.
It's not. Where's that servitor from?
That's
Is
from
that service?
That's the strike boss on the Cosmodrome.
How are they going to bring that guy back, though?
Well, they brought him back once with Siva. He looks like he's had a rework with his face because he didn't have all that shit on him in Destiny 1.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's just the House of Devils or whoever's still on the Cosmodrome has rebuilt their Prime Servitor again.
It's not House of Judgment, it's House of Dawn or
Dusk.
Dusk, that's the one.
If they go to back. Well, Aramis was House Devil's leader, and then she went off and they made House.
Yeah, so they're all up on Europa.
Yeah.
So whether this is another faction coming into play,
This must be the faction that stood behind and
Yeah.
rebuilt their Prime Servitor.
because
Again.
it's not that servitor, because Aramis beat shit out of their servitors. Their servitors were fucking trash.
Yeah, they've been stripped and like depraved. Yeah.
Yes.
So
So this
this-
guy's looking very clean, very nice,
Yeah, very like God
and then
level
dies.
again. And then
And
does.
then they have that big shank.
Yeah, so that's the other one. That's the Fallen Saber Strike, who broke into a. It was originally a Charlemagne bunker, but then they did the whole Warmind rework in Destiny 2, so now it's just a Rasputin bunker to gain some more information on the war machine or war satellites. And that was the first time we saw heavy shanks, was the big bastards that we fight like 10 times now, but this one has a gigantic machine gun on top of its head.
All right. What I'm going to let you do is I'm going to let you watch up until from 1 minute 14 and watch up to 1 minute 22 and tell me what you see.
New Battlegrounds,
No.
just before it.
So you want it. So you've seen the hunter with the super,
Yeah.
right? Look at his super.
Okay, hang on.
So he does his special.
Yeah.
Silence comes out first.
Oh, did that bounce between?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let me play that in slow mo.
There's no.
Yeah. Okay. It's ricocheting
Yeah.
between the shanks.
There's no whirlwind. There's no like tornado.
We do have new aspects on the roadmap.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that's
That's cool.
obviously altered. So it's gone from a possibly area effect to a I forgot what the fuck the word is, but it's gone to they have the ability to attack individuals. So they bounce around like the shuriken or like
Yeah.
the weighted knife.
It's a chain attack instead of an area effect attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be cool.
Whether it's going to cause dramas in PvP, I'm not too sure.
Well, it's still the same effect at the end of the day when it comes to PvP, because if you're bunched up in PvP and you get hit by that, either way you're going to die. Even if it chains or if it freezes you all and then just slowly ticks you all down, it's the same end result. I think the only major difference for that would be the way it works in PvE, but you never use Silence the Score in PvE. Like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. But then it rolls on to Europa, and then now we have Cabal on Europa as well, which
Yes.
we didn't have before. So instead of her, and if you have a look in the top part, there's all those ships coming in and stuff like that. So we never had Cabal on Europa. We just had Fallen and Vex on Europa. But now we have Cabal. So they've just introduced the third bloody
Race.
thing. And then you start seeing all the new guns, which possibly they're all damaged, they're all rusted out.
Oh, you reckon the rocket launchers are stasis?
No, I think they just possibly a reskin of the weapons that we got from Callus.
I think they look
But
like that
slightly.
hand cannon with the Trials of Osiris symbol on the back definitely looks like a Trials gun.
That's Trials. But if you have a look at the state, if you go back around about 1 minute 25,
Yeah.
you'll start to see that the patina on the gun is quite. It's got a bit of a patina. It's got like a rust damage.
Yeah, on
looks
that
like-
submachine gun.
Yeah, and there's a rocket launcher. You can see the rocket launcher. The chick, the hunter, loads the rocket launcher,
Yeah,
and it's got the same basic outline as the Callus, as the menagerie look.
I think we get a quick sneak at possibly Trials pulse rifle.
Possibly.
If you freeze it at 125, where they're all jumping in the air, and you look at the Warlock on the left, it looks like a pulse rifle with the Osiris symbol eye on the back of it.
Yeah.
Look, this is all speculation at the end of the day, but
Of course, but it's
yeah, that looks like a reskin Bad Omens. It could totally be. This could all be the Trials armor. I think that submachine gun's seasonal, and I think the rest of the weapons are.
yeah. I think
Osiris.
look, that rocket launcher looks like Sins of the Past, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's just a seasonal gun.
Look at the fucking helmet. Oh, fuck, I like this fucking helmet.
The Hunter one.
Yeah.
The awkward smile. I'm gonna
Yeah,
as
it's
soon
like,
as I get
ugh.
that. As soon as
That's
I get
funny.
that, I'm gonna just stare at you for hours.
That's fucking hilarious. That's awesome. And then, like they said, the trials pistol there. Do we have a trials pistol
No,
now?
this is potentially the first. I think this is supposed to be a 180.
A 180.
Yeah, not a 120 because of the fast fire rate. If you go on to the next bit, I think this is our first proper look at the Trials armor as well.
Yeah, but look at the if you have a
Yeah, so-
it might be.
That blue huntery look, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the.
Look at the on 139 going into 140. They have the Temptations hook. Is it?
Yep. Is it supposed to be Temptation's hook?
It looks like.
Looks like a shaded one. That's definitely Trials armor. They got the space look all over it.
That's cool though.
Yeah,
Look at the helmet though. Look at the Titan helmet.
yeah. So the Titan, it's supposed to be star signs, and that's why if you're looking at it,
Oh yeah, you can see the star signs
the
on
star
the
signs pointing all through it.
on the fucking towel rag and stuff.
The hunter's supposed to be Cancer, the Scorpion. Is that right?
No, Scorpio. 'Cause
Scorpio.
He's got a scorpion tail, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's supposed to be Scorpio. Titan's a Taurus, and you can see that with the ox head, and then he's got the shoulder with it on it, and then you don't really get to see the Warlock.
Yeah, I think they class as Pisces or some shit.
But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then on 152 is the old fucking
There,
Crowboy.
there he is, and he's got new armor. He's
Look,
sunsetted his armor. Did you see that he's wearing a helmet again?
Yeah, but like, look at that little top thing. It looks like a fucking dead seagull. Like, I understand it's supposed to be it's supposed to be something like a crow or something like that. But it looks like fucking dead seagull. It looks like a flattened fucking seagull.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, does it? It's pretty.
He
He loves his scales, doesn't he? Which is weird
Well,
because birds don't have
that's the-
scales.
But that's what he died in, didn't he? He had that shit in Forsaken.
Did he have scales?
Yeah.
I know that that bit of cloth on his arm is supposed to be the blanket that he was covered in.
No, it's in if you go into his place where he sleeps in
Oh, has he put it there now?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
You know that place in Harbinger that you can go up
Yeah.
into his room? It's there, it is, I think.
Okay.
And then Zavala.
He's really embracing this like hunter look, isn't he? He's got the shotgun belt, bullets belt wrapped around his waist, and the the ammo waist, and he's got his fucking hand cannon on his side.
But he's a guardian now. I'm a guardian now.
Where's Glint?
Yeah,
Zavala's ghost there, and it's fucking ballsy as all shit, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if I can look at Zavala, he doesn't give a fuck, does he? You don't. So this knife, well, obviously, Keitel pulls this knife up her hand. Is she doing like a blood pact or some shit?
Yeah, I think it's like she's taking her gilded knife, is what she says, and she'll stab it in our backs. It must be like a ritualistic thing for him.
Yeah.
Like.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, that it could be, like you said, it's like proving themselves on the battleground and away from there.
Must be almost like issuing a challenge.
Yeah. And I wouldn't fucking want to give it to Zavala as a challenge, to be honest.
Excuse me. But yeah, look. Zavala in game is just nothing. He's just a pushy, fucking angry old dude who's just like, stop using the darkness. Oh, well, the darkness is kind of working for us, but no. But then in the lore, he's like, defended the city, and he was at the Battle of Six France, and he fucking thunder crashes everywhere, and his void wall was impenetrable, and like, he's a steadfast guardian with a history of knowledge and battle fucking knowledge. But
yeah,
I don't know, an impenetrable wall, but fuck,
yeah,
man. It'd be good to see it. It would be good to see our legendary characters in fucking action again. Like, we got that at the start of Destiny 2 with the Red War campaign, where it's like, we saw Cade shoot all those Cabal, we saw Ikora and Nova bomb those 2 ships, and then we saw Zavala with his bubble, but get in my bubble. But like,
but he had the one when he just had his shoulder up, and then he kind of went in and just
the fucking Scion deflect on the shoulder. Ugh.
He just deflected it in the way it went, and then that's what you see of them. So, but then you see the Exo Stranger, Elsie Bray, and the Drifter, and Eris Morn on Europa, and you saw them fight. You're like, it's like that. It's like the scene out of Rogue One, the Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then you finally see Darth Vader coming up the corridor, wrecking everything. And you're like, yes! Yeah. I've never seen Darth Vader fucking fight ass, like beat the shit out of people before. And he just wrecks everything. You're like, fuck yeah. Just something like that. It's
such a weird thing that Darth Vader... Anyway, that's Star Wars. I'm not going to go down the Star Wars path here. But yeah, it's the same idea. It's like... They're like characters from a time where they're amazing in legend, but in character, they're like old men who just go like...
Yeah, he's a bit flip-floppy. He's like, or whatever. Ikora Rey is just... She hasn't done anything since about fucking 5 seasons.
She built that one gate.
Come on, man. She built it. It fucking disappeared the next fucking day. But then it goes through all the rest of it. It's like just fucking hodgepodge of all these different fucking action shots and stuff like that.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
and then we get that shot at the very end, the last second, where it's like a video feed of a ship that's been destroyed.
Yeah. Well, the understanding of that is out in the ether, that is the internet, is that it is a ship that was in the area of the 4 different planets that got taken over by darkness, and then that ship is floating around within the darkness.
Right.
So that's what that type of thing is. It's supposed to be a ship out there somewhere that we possibly
go to visit. Well, they're like their hatches open, and it looks like there's a ship flying into it.
Yeah, because there's an introduction. So who the fuck was it? Was the guy with the one arm?
Ashimir. No, one arm.
Ashimir. That's the one. Yep. Ashimir.
Oh yeah, the Vex arm. Yeah.
So when the darkness attacked, he was on Io, wasn't he?
Yep.
So when the darkness took over Io, he went in and he launched all the missiles at the darkness ship. And so what the darkness ship had, what the darkness did, it took the planet and moved it out of our dimension. So that's how. Now, when he shot the ship, all the missiles got there, and then got teleported to somewhere else, or just moved out of the dimension and then exploded into a different dimension, not damaging the darkness ship. So that's what they decided now. That's what the theory is, or whether it's right or wrong, is the planets have been moved out of our dimension.
Right.
That means that ship is out of the dimension. That ship is out of the dimension, and then we may have to go and get it.
Because you get that, it looks like a burst of light in the background behind it. Maybe that's like, because it's a video feeding look, right? That could potentially be when the Traveler woke up. I think that's what it's going to be. It's like a recording of when the Traveler woke up, and that ship was, like you said, in the darkness. But maybe it got touched just enough, so it's like in an in-between.
Possibly. I would expect it. No, if it was an in-between thing, it'd kind of rip itself apart, because I don't think it can be in two dimensions at once. Possibly, but yeah. Look at the Crota's fucking whatever the fucking thing. No, Crota.
No, the Dreadnought. Yeah, literally an ascended plane.
Yeah.
In our physical world. Yeah.
Exactly. So it could be something along those lines, and it'd be cool. Look, I think. The only thing of this new season is I think they're great fucking changes. I think I actually kind of like the armor. I like the new challenges. Yeah. I love the new gilded titles that they've introduced. Mm-hmm. Don't know about the nerfing and shit like that, but the only thing I'm disappointed is the PvP. That's all I'm fucking disappointed at. I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go back to it. They have introduced new Trials armor and possibly new Trials weapons. We are having Grandmasters with adept weapons, which should be fucking cool if I could actually finish a Grandmaster with a Grandmaster. But
with a competent team.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Oh, come on, man.
No, honestly, I'm doing better in PvP than I am PvE at the moment.
Just because I'm there to fucking kill everything, mate. You just sit back and just do nothing. But look, I think they go in right. I think as a PvE 98.988% PvE player, I'm all good. But I think that the PvP players need some love. To give them something. Trials isn't something, because Trials is broken. Trials, unless you get more people introduced in Trials, and it might be for the first couple of weeks, Trials may have an influx of people because they are going for the armor. Whether it's going to be a nailed it situation. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Nailed it situation. Like, whether it's going to be a nailed it looks fucking great on, like, the artist renditions and stuff like that. And then when it comes out, it's like...
what was that? The armor set, the ornaments from Halloween last year, where it's like in the images, the Hunter Wolf head looked fucking awesome and all that. And then it was like, this is just the same armor we've had, but now it looks a bit spookier.
Yeah.
You know?
So, look... It just needs something, guys. Just give them fucking something. Give them a few fucking maps. Look, sandbox it. Like, chuck a sandbox in there and let them fucking build their own maps.
Yeah.
Because you will get, if you put that in, you'll have an influx of PvP players and you'll have fucking 30 maps by the end of the fucking month.
That'd be cool.
Without a doubt. You'll have a fucking... Yeah,
get a Forge Island in there, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. And look, if people want to go in there, people want to go in there. If they don't want to go in there, cool. If give them the opportunity to put a vote down, it becomes the new fucking fantastic. Why haven't you got a map that's taking consideration of the dungeon, whatever the fucking dungeon is called?
Prophecy.
Imagine that. Imagine the fucking, like, part of it is like pyramids and part of it's the fucking.
Imagine a rotating map. You know, the cube room.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine if we just had semi-active maps. I know I'm going back to it, but Call of Duty has done this in the past. Like, you had, actually Battlefield's a better example. They have destructible maps. You know? Yeah. It's like they had towers where you could just blow up the entire fucking building and then that entire section is just cut off, you know?
You'd have to put more people in there.
Yeah, I understand the scale is different, but like you can still have maps where it's like doorways blocked, boom, doorways now open, and then that's like changed up.
Exactly.
A lane's open now, you know? It's just like... And
something
it
like that.
opens up a pathway. If you start investing more into your PvE side, you can get an esports scene going, and then that's another huge fucking influx of players.
It's Destiny's model that you're not allowed. It's Bungie's model that you're not allowed to make any money off their IP.
Yeah, they cap you on that, and it's
10 grand a year.
it's shooting them in the foot.
Of course.
Like they're just bottlenecking themselves in a way where people just can't get people in enough,
There's too many variables though. The issue with it's like COD, get a gun, you go out, you shoot, you have a grenade. That's it.
Yeah.
There's possibly the Juggernaut guy that comes out every now and then.
Oh yeah.
But with Destiny, there is supers. There is so much.
There was supers in Call of Duty for a while. They had specialists who was like you could fucking vision pulse and see people through walls and shit. The bow was the one. We've had supers in esports games before. Fucking Overwatch did it. Valorant does it. And like for variables, PUBG's an esport. Apex Legends is an esport, and that's all. You just land and you get fucking random shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, who cares if it's a looter shooter game where you have to. I understand it's going to be hard to get to lands, but right now we have COVID, so you're going to be playing all online anyway, so you're going to have all your own shit anyway.
Yeah.
Just like, make it cool. So it's more accessible.
It'd be cool though. This Battlefield thing is you just roll in with nothing.
Yeah.
You roll in with nothing. 3 Guardians. You pick your Guardians. You possibly pick your subclass. Maybe they automatically pick the subclass for you.
Yeah.
You roll in, and then you have to go, and then you're fucking running around with trying to kill Cabal, and you have a fucking ramen noodle ticket.
What if you had the Traveler's Chosen original white sidearm, the broken one?
Yeah.
That's what you start off with, and you have to loot chests, and you get like a wave survival where it's like you start off with green and then blue and then purple, and the further you get, you can get to exotics.
That kind of rolls onto a video I watched, the video of like Weapons 2.0, where a guy had made a video of it, and then he was saying that it's strange how it goes white, green, purple, white, green, blue, and they are nothing. They are nothing. Yeah. As soon as you get to thing, you're after the legendaries, and the only thing above that then is the rare.
Yeah.
Is the exotics. So our loot pool is purples and yellows because we never want to fucking use blues.
Yeah.
But it'd be good if they rolled it back. So legendaries are legendaries for a fucking reason. Yeah. And then blues are our main components to get us up there. And
the main thing is that there's as many legendaries as there is blues,
Yeah.
So it's like if we made it so it's like there was like 5 legendaries. Not 5, but like
just roll the legendaries. Just roll the legendaries back into blue. Keep the exotic as they are.
Yeah.
And then you have your legendaries. So you have your recluse, your fucking mountaintop. They're your legendaries. They're your one step below your exotics.
Yeah.
Make the blues count, because at the moment it's trash. You just fucking get tons of blues, and then you fucking hand them, and then you fucking break them down.
It's bad that we have to ask for an option to auto dismantle blues like we already have for white and greens. Like eventually white and greens just stop dropping. Like they just disappear.
You have an auto.
No, like white and greens just don't appear anymore.
Oh right.
Like you hit like 100 points above fucking the starting level. I don't even remember getting any greens for
like
beyond
why are
white.
blues. Like I understand why are blues dropping, but they should just, like you said, automatically just go into planetary, go into fucking gun mods and shit like that. Just get rid of them completely.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just that I just like it. I don't know whether they can do a revamp because we're so far in. We're up to our waist in this shit. Where they can turn around and go, all right, we're going to roll this in. I think we're pretty much far. They should have done it in Destiny, the start of Destiny 2.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem with dropping the number. It cuts off a full reset point. Like they can set a goal for, okay, look, we got Witch Queen, Lightfall, and then we just say Destiny 3 and it's a full reset, and then we can properly revamp a system for the players that want it. And then it's like, make that your new IP. I mean, obviously you got your other IP that you're putting money on or whatever, but like, make that the next point, and players will accept that. Players will accept, okay, this is Destiny 3, it's not Destiny 2, it's not Beyond Light or whatever, it is a new game.
No, they won't. No, they won't, because they haven't accepted that Beyond Destiny 2's come. Like, you keep harking on about Destiny 1. It's
such a bullshit idealism that they're like, oh, Destiny 1 was so amazing, because it fucking wasn't. Destiny 1's trials was trash by the end of it. It was No Land Beyond and hand cannons, and you would just shoot the No Land Beyond because you had to go and get fucking special boxes across the map, or you got free fucking No Land Beyond was a sniper rifle with primary ammo, or you use Icebreaker that regenerated fucking ammo, and that's why we got the new system now where it's like you have ammo drops instead of boxes and shit. Destiny 1 was so much more trash in so many ways than people fucking want to give it shit for. And people go back and play it, and they go, oh yeah, I forgot that I can't mental in this game. Oh fuck, there's a sprint cooldown? What is this recoil? What is this frame rate? You know, there's like, it was so just in a bad spot by the end of it. When Destiny 2 came out, it was so polarizingly different with double primaries and then a heavy with like shotguns and snipers, and everything was in the heavy slot. And it was like, what was it? Fusions, sidearms, auto rifles, and submachine guns were all special primary slots, and they could have energy powers on them. That was the difference, and that existed because we had that shit fucking sandbox. But then players went, oh, we don't want this. We want it the way it was. Well, it was broken the way it was, so we'll keep trying to change it, bring it back a bit.
Yeah.
It's never been at a point where it's been perfect.
No, I don't think any game's there for.
No
game is there where it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone loves this game. It's not. Even COD is, when COD comes out, it has a shotgun that's a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
You put a fucking long scope, you can fucking kill people.
Yeah.
Every game has this issue. Every game has the issue, but you see every time you go into a forum, every time this happens, it goes back to, well, Destiny 1. If you go to Destiny 3, it'll be Destiny 2, Destiny 2, Destiny 2. I don't know, possibly. But they need something. They need something to go up. Maybe it is Lightfall.
They need to set a point and go, look, we need to revamp. They're awkwardly and slowly doing it. It's like, we want vendor refreshes, and then they're like, okay, well, we'll do Shaxx, and we'll see how Shaxx goes, and then we'll go from there. It's like, just fucking clean life it. Just
Look, just like War Monster said, just do something. Don't listen to anybody, even they are complaining. And within 3 months, within a month or so, people get understand how we're used to it, and then it'll just done.
Yeah, people are afraid of what they don't understand, and then that causes toxicity on the internet. And then with anonymity, it's like we can send death threats because they're changing something that we don't want them to change. We want them to change the other thing. It's like, well, fuck, man.
Yeah, look, we can hark on to this now. We've been going. I think we've been going for an hour and 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Just as a thing of thought. All right. Okay. The Traveler is Vex.
What? What? Is that your theory?
That is.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to read something out to you, okay?
Call him Bosch.
No, look. So, Radiolarian, okay?
Okay.
Radiolarian. When Radiolarian Freeway comes into contact with non-Vex matter, it will attempt to turn the host into a Vex unit. So once the Radiolarian has a foothold on a planet, then it's only a matter of time before the whole planet will be transformed into geometric towers of glass and steel. Right? So, for everybody out there, give me your views. We're not going to do this now. We're going to be doing it in a couple of weeks' time. Marv will be on next week to give us his Twitch lowdown. So, Vex were made in the garden, with the gardener, with the winnower, right? They made the Vex So they made Radiolarian, because that's what the Vex is. Then there's contention where the armor was made as well, or the Radiolarian Vex, or the Vex Milk, made their own armor of whatever the fuck it is, okay? So, they got made in the garden. Anything that the Radiolarian touches gets turned into Vex. Traveler got fucking cracked open. He's a machine. He's white also. So is the Radiolarian Vex. If possibly, going back to Jesus, going back to God, God is supposed to have made us in his image. All right? So he could possibly, the Traveler could be Vex, and then he made, or it was a original Vex, and then it made Vex in its image, which is the Radiolarian and mechanical. We know Traveler got cracked open, and that's my fucking theory.
Cool. I'm not going to argue at this episode. I'm going to let it sit.
Fuck you. I'm out.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up there.
right.
You didn't leave. All right.
I didn't leave. I didn't press the fucking button properly. Motherfucker. I was...
You would fuck up your own exit.
I know. But that is me. I'm out. Thank you, guys. Thanks for everything. Like I said last time, drops your comments, drops all your fucking thing. We are on Instagram.
Before we have to do Monsters season trailer in 4 words.
Season trailer in 4 words.
Yeah. Describe it in 4 words.
I would fuck Keitel. On that note, check us out Instagram out. Drop us a line. I'm going to drop that tidbit of the Vex. And now, fuck you all.
All right, guys. Bye, everybody.